Hey gang, how's everybody doing? If you guys can hear me, I don't have my good mic today. I don't know why it's not showing up. Go ahead and type in the chat here. Let me know if you all are here and if you guys can hear me. Hi Ted, hi Sharita, hi Carol. Good. Let's go ahead and do a roll call real quick, guys. I'm going to come over here to the Facebook group and we'll just do a roll call. Actually, I don't want to sell something. Hold on a minute. Roll call. Who is live on the Q&A? All right. If you guys would just go ahead and respond to that post there. And while you're doing that, let me see who's on the call. Hi, Vicki. Let's see. Patty, Carol, Luis, Dan. Good to see you guys. Let's see. Hello, thanks. I just purchased. Okay. EasyLinks. Oh, wow. Yeah, EasyLinks is going crazy this week. I'll tell you why here in a minute. We weren't even trying to market EasyLinks or anything else. Somebody else went out there and marketed it for us. Okay, cool. So Ted says I am. Fred says I am. Carol says I am. Rana says I'm here. Hi, Rana. Patty says here. My sister's here. Dan says I'm here. Sharita says hey, y'all. Or hey. I don't know what you're saying, Sharita. I'm not even going to try to figure it out anymore. Kevin is here. Kevin, good to see you, my friend. Kevin took the time to help me out with something that I'm going to show you today. Galliant Dill, he is here. Good to see you. Galliant is out there just crushing it with his new course inside of his group. So I'm going to be doing something with him because I've never seen the kind of following and activity that I'm seeing in the group. I thought I was good. I learned that I got a lot to learn and I can get a lot better. So cool. Ada's here. Good to see you, Ada. Awesome. So here's what we do. If you guys have never been on the Q&A before, hi, Tom. I'm going to come over here and see if anybody wants to jump in here and say hi. So if you're up to saying hi, and if you want to say something, go ahead and raise your hand. And let me see if I can find you all here. Go ahead and let's see, that's audience view. Where did my attendees go? Okay. Cool. So if anybody wants to talk and share your experience, I see Dan has his hand up. Go ahead and put your hand up inside of GoToWebinar, and I'll come over here and I'll unmute you really quick. Okay, let's see. Hey, Dan, what's happening?
Can you hear me, Chad?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Oh, good. I didn't know if I was going to get the speaker connected correctly, but good deal. I'm great. You?
Hanging in there, man. What's happening?
You know, I'm creating a product, and I'm just curious if you think I should do, okay, it's theology of the body, how plasticity, prayer can rewire your brain for healing.
Okay.
So I want the keywords to be like plasticity and rewire your brain. So anybody that would look up plasticity or rewire your brain, I would have a Christian version of that. So that would be my target market, would be a Christian that's looking into rewiring your brain. So they already have a knowledge of the product and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I know you are big into the webinars, mm-hmm. but this one would lean to having a sales page. What's your thoughts on this? Webinar or sales page, and or both?
What's your price?
It's going to have like a $9 lead magnet, then go to $199, then actually to about $2,000, and then $5,000.
All right. So $199, I think you're okay for a sales page. You start talking about anything over $497, I think you better go to a webinar. Mm-hmm. Take some more justification. You're asking them to make a significant investment at that point.
Then would you go for a launch? And continue to just relaunch it, or would you do a continual advertisement and then like every Thursday do a webinar?
You know, it depends on, I would really like for somebody to define what a launch is. What's a launch in your opinion?
Oh, similar to what, what's his name, the launch formula, pretty well known.
Jeff Walker.
Yes. I've studied him up, and I would do it similar to what he had. But
I mean, So you're talking about the overall process of showing a teaser video one day and then the next day and the next day?
Basically, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, look, if we look at everybody that made the product launch formula successful, they were all well-known names, and they all kind of kicked in at the same time when that happened, and they all kind of fed off each other, right? I mean,
Yeah.
there's a reason why we see the same people launching over and over and over, whether it be product launch formula or software developers, whatever they're doing, right?
Yes.
It's because they're established and they have the support because they've been supporting each other for so long. Like, it's hard. I would not tell anybody to go out there and do an official, what we call launch today, unless you were going to do it on the Warrior Forum. I wouldn't. Like, I would just highly forget about the whole launch thing. You can have a date where you officially launch, but as far as going out there and trying to round up affiliates and everything else, like, look, I'll be honest with you, my first few launches years ago, I completely bombed. And if I hadn't been willing to, well, first of all, I had to be in a position where I had enough money to support myself, but if I hadn't been in a position where I was willing to just keep going and going and going and going and eventually build up into it, I would have failed.
So then maybe having a webinar every week until I get it automated or something like that. So all the contacts that I gather, have a weekly webinar and basically have it a sales type webinar, of course.
Yes. The reason why I'm not pushing launches with you guys and why I am pushing into a webinar is because I'm really trying hard to teach you to go out there and provide a lot of value, build those personal relationships with people using Facebook, using your email, and then putting them into your webinar. And at that point, if they know you somewhat and they watch that presentation and they see the value, then I know you're going to get the sales.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I see so many people, they go put their names on a launch calendar, and it's not just software. They'll promote a course or whatever, and they lose their ass. Like, they actually lose money on it. And it's because hey, I got this amazing course that's going to provide a real-life transformational value, and they think just because they have a great product, they're going to be able to crush it. That's not the case. It's a golf club mentality. Like, you're either a part of it or you're not.
So
does that make sense?
No, that makes sense. So I need to focus on making a webinar and not so much of a sales page.
Man, if I was you, I would focus on building a group around that topic. And I'll tell you right now, Dan, I've actually gone. I could open up Udemy right now, and I could show you where I have bought a product that I haven't gone through yet on reprogramming your mind.
Yeah, no, I have too. I bet you bought the same thing, $10.
Yep, I did, and I thought the guy was really, really good. He was an Oriental guy. And I haven't gone through it yet. I just went through the preview of it and everything else, and I think it's a hot topic, especially for entrepreneurs. But I think what you should do is you should focus on building like an entrepreneurial group, and then inviting them to your webinar.
Mm-hmm. Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Does that help?
Yeah, no, that helps greatly.
Yeah.
Thank you,
that's why I'm not pushing the launch thing with you guys at all. I don't think you have to. I think you can focus on building the groups. I think you can go out there and run some Facebook ads, and I think you can use lead gen monopoly, and I think you guys can be very, very profitable. And then, go out there and find these guys that have these top ranking sites for reprogramming your mind or personal development or whatever, and cut a deal with them. Get to know them. If they're selling a course for $6 or $7 or whatever, buy into the course, because now you're a customer, so they're more inclined to listen to you. Get to know them a little bit, compliment them, and then work out a joint venture deal where they're promoting your webinar. Look, they're more likely to promote your webinar than they are a sales page.
Huh. Well, that makes sense.
Of course it does, and it's going to convert better, and it's going to have a higher price point.
So when I tell them the secret to rewiring your brain is this one simple trick, and then I give them this phenomenal information. I'm like, hey, but you can't do it unless you know this, 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 this. Also, bang, here's my product.
Mm-hmm.
That would work really well.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. Now we're talking about webinar formula, but I know for a fact that a joint venture partner would rather do a webinar promotion for you than just mail out for a sales page.
Mm-hmm.
And no, hardly anybody's selling their courses from webinars. That's why it's working really well. I mean, we just did it the other day. We're about to hit 6 figures. It works really, really well. Trust me.
Yeah. Well, I believe you. I believe you. Yeah.
Cool. Anything else?
No, no. It just helps me pick, and I can get more tunnel vision. I still have. I'm still working with a couple of people. This isn't a product. This is. It's a whole new thing. I'm teaching people how to overcome major things in their lives, and I need testimonies. So as soon as I get a couple more, I'm ready to go. I pretty much have everything outlined, and there's just a lot to it. I mean, I have to make it sure that it's simple so they understand, and yeah.
Do you have a group? Do you have a group? Do you have a group?
I have a group about 10,000, about 12, 13,000, then another 20,000, but not necessarily in that market.
Okay. Well, I would start building a community around that market.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you're selling a product for $997. You don't have to have a lot of sales a month to be happy, do you?
No, I don't. No, I don't. Well,
right. And in order to do that, guess what? You don't have to have a very large community either. You just got to take care of what you have.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's not real hard when you simplify it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Cool. Dan, thank you so much for being here.
Hey, thanks, Chad.
Okay, let's see. Who else has their hand up? Okay, let's see what the drummer's up to. Tiger Bill, what's happening, man?
Hey, Chad, how you doing, man?
Good. How you doing?
Great, great. Just got a quick one today for you. The new templates, I'm really digging them, especially number 2.
Okay.
I just have one request that I found on one of the on like all of the templates actually. You know, you used to have on the old templates we had coming up and then next and previous.
Uh-huh.
Well, obviously when they created the new templates, they must have left off the mapping of the coming up. So all they have on there is next and previous, and I've got some users going through to check navigation and stuff, and they're all kind of confused as to, you know, what that is on the right side. They think it's a mistake. They think the right side, instead of coming up, is supposed to be the same as the page that they're on, you know.
Okay, I'll take a look at it. Do you have the feature turned on, those templates?
Yeah. I actually put in a request into support, and their recommendation was to use the old templates. But I said that Chad doesn't want us to use the old templates.
Shortcut answer. I'll definitely get on it, and we'll look tonight.
All right, thanks, Chad. Appreciate it, man.
No problem. Appreciate you being here. Okay. Sorry, Target. Didn't mean to cut you off. Okay. So I think. Oh, Ada. She has her hand up. Miss Ada, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Hey, thanks. This is the first webinar I've actually showed up on. I've been busy. And love the changes that you're making. And one of my big questions is, you know, obviously I have been doing this the old way and kind of squirting through, you know, I can set up a membership in 2 seconds the old way. And I know the CSV way is certainly a great way to do it when you're starting from scratch. My question is, a lot of these memberships I started back when, you know, you guys were still like member hubs, so there was still a lot of old things going on, and I'm wondering if some of the problems I'm having with the drag feature are a result of it being part of the old school. Is there like a hard refresh or something that needs to be done, or is this something that it's just me breaking things?
Well, I don't know, but I'm going to spend a little time on this today and see if I can replicate it, because I got on with my sister this morning after we saw your follow-up to that post, and I couldn't replicate it. So
yeah, and I tried again, like just now. I'm like, okay, maybe it was kind of something quirky, and I brought it up again, and I'm still having the same problem. So yeah, so that's my big question, because this was from this was like one of the very, very first membership sites that I created. So like I said, there's the first, like when I created them, those were the ones I've been going with, and so I know there have been a few buggy things that I put into support, and they've had to sort of, I don't know, recode a couple things to make it work. So, and I wouldn't mind, putting it into, just recreating it into a new one. But the problem is, like I said, I already have people who have their comments in there, people who maybe have made, I mean, that timestamp note feature is phenomenal. But if people have put in their timestamp notes, and then now there's a new place for it, it's, or I re-import something that's going to wipe out. I'm assuming that would wipe out what they had. So that's my concern.
Yeah, and I feel your pain, and it's been a pain of mine for a long time. And a matter of fact, when I saw the so if you ever look at a page in EverLesson and you see categories and lessons on the same page, that was because we had a bug with the drag and drop. You should never ever be able to see a category selection and a lesson on the same page. You should always have to drill through the categories and then eventually get to the lessons. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, and I'm aware of that, and I've been pretty careful to make sure that didn't happen. But yeah, it's just interesting. It's like I said, this maybe it's something to take offline, but a little later. But it's just it's something I've just the categories aren't dropping. So I just want to make sure that when I am creating, like I said, these new categories are essentially, each month this is new content. So if I have everything dripped, that category, when I add it, goes right to the bottom of the queue. And so I then have to try to drag it back up to the top, because from what I'm understanding you guys are saying is this works best when it's top to bottom drip. I mean you have all the things, I have it all sorted out in there, so it doesn't matter. But the thing is that when I add a new category, it's going to go to the bottom, so I'm forced to have to do it, unless I would have imported just kind of ahead of time a bunch of things. But once again, that kind of it makes it tough if for some reason somewhere in maybe another piece of content where maybe I wasn't necessarily intending on adding, it wasn't necessarily time dripped, but I wanted to create something else that fell in between that was missing. How would I do that without having to import the whole CSV? And once again, then what would that do to all my members who already have all their notes and all the comments and everything in there? So that's where I'm at right now. So
okay, so I'll show you what it's doing for me. We're also going to cover the CSV thing, because it doesn't really matter. Like, I think my comment was kind of taken out of context. Like, everything that's there is still going to be there. We're still improving the overall functionality, but the focus that I'm really trying to take the new people and hasn't built a course, I really want them to do it from a sheet. Right,
and I think that's actually phenomenal. I'm actually going to go back through and actually take my courses and put them in a sheet just as a backup. I think it's a really good idea. But it's just a matter of I have so much content that's in there. That's a time suck in and of itself. But anyways, okay, I'll let you go. I'll let you do your thing here.
Cool. So I'll show you, and then I'll come back to you, and I'll see if maybe, I don't know, like we'll see. But as far as I know, like, no, there's not a hard refresh like what you're seeing as code and everything else. So, but we'll work on it. We'll get you fixed.
Okay, great.
Thanks for being here, Ada.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay. All right, so let me make sure everybody has talked. Okay, good. Everybody has talked. Everybody had their hands up. So here's where I'm going to start. Let me just come over here to, let me make sure I didn't close this. I had it open a minute ago. Where'd it go? Okay, that's okay. I'll just go ahead and open up my drive really quick. You guys are really going to like where we're going with this. And we're going to go even further with it at some point. But for right now, let me just see if I can figure out where it's at. Gmail. Okay. Hold on just a minute. Somehow it signed me out. That's just not a good thing, because I don't know for sure. Okay. So we'll come over here, and we'll go google.com. Okay, and we'll go here. Sheets. All right, I'm going to start here because there has been some drastic changes here, and you guys are really going to like this. And I got to thank Kevin Polk for helping me out this morning with this and last night. So this is what we're going to have, and I'm going to load it inside the group here in a minute. For those of you that were at the High Ticket Masterclass, you'll have a link where you can get to this log sheet, but it's very, very easy to use now. So nothing new over here with the key. Nothing new over here with the lesson name. Everything's the same as far as you guys know, but I'm going to hide this video URL because it doesn't really matter anymore. And what we've done is we have had some just awesome formulas put into this sheet. So you're actually able to use this sheet for a log sheet. So you're going to say, yes, I did my intro, I did my PowerPoint, I rendered it, I zipped it, let's move on to the next one, right? So you're able to keep track of this. And over here, you can go ahead and put what your goal is, right? Add your profile picture. Okay, cool. Especially if Chad could type. Okay, add your profile picture. All right. Now we've changed things up a little bit where you're just going to go ahead and put in your my bucket link right here. You'll put in your video type right here. And actually, we can see that Kevin is working on this. Very, very nice. Okay, so here's your video type, right? So you're going to put that right there. And then you're going to put your video URL. I think we're going to be able to do this with Vimeo as well, guys. I think we're going to be able to come up with a nomenclature for Vimeo, but we haven't tested it out. But we definitely have it figured out with Amazon S3, which is what I am highly recommending that you guys use, because you can actually get free hosting, because you guys probably aren't going to go over the limit of the free account, right? So you'll put in your bucket name for Amazon S3, your video type. So for me, is going to be 6. I have a feeling that if you choose something else, it's probably going to turn off the automatic video poll, because it knows, okay, it's not Amazon S3, and we don't know what the URL is. Okay, so go ahead and put that there. And then what happens is it's being generated based on your key over here, but you guys aren't seeing it, right? So you can do whatever you want on the sheet, guys. You can add columns, you can change things, you can make this work for you, but what you don't want to change is the main information that we need for a CSV. So what happens is, over here, since we have, and if you follow my lead and you copy this over from Workflowy, you know that you're going to put your category here. Then you're going to copy down your lessons. Then you put your new category, you copy your lessons, new category, copy your lessons. Okay, so your key is not going to be over here for the category, but your key is going to start here, 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 and here, and then it's going to start over here, 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 and here. Everybody knows this. However, we have something magical happening if there's not a key here. Okay? And so I'll show you that here in a minute, but what I want to do now is I want to show you what's being automatically created from your log sheet right here. And so if I come over here to where it says lesson CSV file, guys, look what we have here. Based on your log sheet, we're automatically creating your CSV file, where all you have to do is come over here and say File, Download As, CSV, and guess what? You're good to go. There's nothing for you to delete. There's nothing for you to undo. Your CSV file has automatically been created. Now, let me make sure, if you guys can type in the chat here, is this making sense to everybody on the call? Let me know here how we're doing. Sometimes I feel like I'm going over and above and speaking too fast or whatever else, but is everybody good so far? Let me look at the comments. Yes, yes, good, 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 good. Okay, good. So yes, the CSV file is going to automatically be created for you, where you don't have to do anything and you're able to really have some fun with your log sheet. Okay, so at the same exact time, guys, if I come over here to this one that says Category CSV, you'll see that we're pulling in your categories and your categories as well. So what's happening here, and Kevin's the one that came up with this, it was pretty brilliant, is over here, if we know that this is blank, then it knows, okay, that's a category. So let's go ahead and pull in your category name, and let's pull in your category ID. So now it's going and it's building out your category CSV file. So all you have to do is come over here and type your description for each category. And we can even have it to where you can have your video here too. So if you have a category video, that can go here as well. So you'll come over here, you'll type your descriptions. Where it's green, where it's yellow, you don't have to do anything, but where it's green, you'll type your descriptions. And guess what? I don't even think we need this anymore. I think I'll delete this out of the master file. But all you'll do is come over here and you'll say, okay, File, Download As, CSV. And now guess what, guys? Now your category sheet has been created. Does that make sense? Right, so now we created your lessons and we created your categories at the same time, but guess what? We got one more sheet. So if I come over here to this one that says Goal CSV, all right, I'm working on this a little bit, but what we're able to do, guys, for your lesson ID, I don't know if you guys know this, this is for you, okay? So let me see if I can put a note in here somehow, insert note. I'll say this is an internal field for your own use. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to say, okay, this is lesson number 1, or this is lesson 2B, or whatever, or this is 1-5 if you follow our nomenclature, right? Or the other thing that we can do is if you really want to get specific, if I come over here, let me show you. If I open up this membership here, and if I go into this product here, this one right here, if I hover over this, as soon as it loads, it's kind of slow because I'm going to go to web. As soon as I hover over this, you can see I got lesson ID 3891. So if I come back over here, I can go ahead and say, okay, this is 3891, and I can come and I can actually just pull this down, guys, and I could go ahead and shrink this, right, to where I can have it on both pages if I want, right? So I got lesson ID 3891, and if I come back over here, let me see if I can get this situated, because I should be able to have both of them open at once if I could find the right EverLesson page. Okay, here we go. So we got 3891, then we got 3957. See, you can see how easily we can do this. 3957, and then we got 3956. Okay, so I can go ahead and put in my lesson IDs, and then what happens is, guys, I'm going to get on with the team tonight, and I'm going to see if we can have this column here, and it'll just ignore it on the import. Because if you look and see what we're doing here, we're actually building out all your goals too. So you put your lesson ID over here, whatever you want to have, it's all internal, and then what we're doing is we're automatically pulling in your goals from this over here. Remember this column where it says goal title? We're automatically pulling these in for you, okay? You can see that the data is matching up here, right? We're automatically pulling this in for you, and then all you're going to do is come over here and you're going to type in your goal description, right? So you type in a goal description for each one of these, and then this is very easy, right? You come over here, is it points or badges? 1 points, 2 badge, 1 points, 2 badge, 1 points, 2 badge, and we'll make this one points, right? So I'll say this is 5 points. So the next column, we're going to go ahead and put in our points, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and we come over here and we'll call this the go-getter badge. Now, this is just for my use, guys, okay? This is not going to do anything with the import, and if it did, it would get very, very complicated. But I can look at this, and I'll show you, I can very easily determine what I need to do inside of gamification, right? So I either got my points or I got my badges, and if there's a 2 here, it's going to ignore anything over here when we do the import. But that's okay, we can still use it, right? And then over here, if I want to go ahead and sign my rewards, I can set up my rewards, right? So maybe when they get this badge here, I'm going to give them the Amazon gift card. Now what we're going to do is over here on the input fields, you can see if I hover over this, it says 1 for yes, 2 for no. So if I want to have an input field, I'm going to go ahead and put 1 on all these. If I want it to be manual approval, 1 for yes, 2 for no, I'll be 2s on all of these except when something's very, very important and I want to check it. So maybe goal number 7, I want to go ahead and check, so that's going to be a manual approval. And then if I want to go ahead and put in my video IDs or my video URLs right out of the video library, I can go ahead and do that as well. Okay? So once I do this, guess what, guys? Even with the lesson ID over here, I'm going to go ahead and save this as a CSV file, okay? And now you're going to be able to import in your goals, all right? So you guys are kind of seeing how we're doing all of this from a single log sheet. Do you guys understand everything that we're doing here? Let me come back over here to the chats and let's see. Everything is being done from a single log sheet. Let's see, question on the CSV. You can upload a CSV. Is it possible to export a membership as a CSV? I don't think we have the export function yet, but we will. We will, because it's a very good way to get your course back up if you needed to. Okay? So now you guys kind of understand what this is doing. So if I look down here at the bottom, let me just go ahead and show you some of the other tabs that we have going on. So now you understand, here's the log sheet, and you understand how this works. And next we have our lesson CSV file. Everything in green is automatically created for you. Lesson CSV, nothing you need to do. Category CSV, put in your description, save it, and goal CSV, you'll go ahead and fill out all this data here, because none of this will be here when you guys get this sheet, because we don't know what you're trying to do. And we don't know if you're trying to put in a reward, and we don't know this information here, and we don't know this here. Pretty much the only thing we know, guys, is we know this information right here. Okay, this is all we know. We're just pulling in the goals so that you have somewhere to start with, and then you'll go through and fill out this data. Now, what's cool about this is I can very easily look at the sheet and say, okay, I need to go inside of EverLesson and I need to create a go-getter badge, and I need to create a goal badge, and guess what? I also, since I'm using points, I got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 points so far. I need to create a points badge. Okay, so I need to name that badge. Is everybody understanding how you're able to see exactly what you need to do inside of EverLesson, and you know exactly how to link it all together just by looking at this sheet? Shrita says you made it too easy. Yeah, and we're finding even easier ways as we keep going, but this is fairly easy, guys, right? So you'll go into the gamification, you'll create 3 badges, 2 task badges, 1 points badge. According to this sheet, you're going to go ahead and create 1 reward for an Amazon gift card, but this could be one of your other courses if you want. It could be a bonus module, whatever you want to do, okay? And so you'll go ahead and load this sheet, and then all these goals will be waiting for you. And all you'll do is you'll go through and you'll edit this 1 goal manually, and you'll assign it to this badge right here. You'll edit this goal, you'll assign it to this badge, and then when you edit this one right here, the same goal, you need to go ahead and assign it to this reward. That's it. And so if you don't have this reward created, that's the one thing, you will need to create this reward. But we've done 99% of the work for you by giving you the ability to import in all of these. Matter of fact, I imported in about 250 goals the other day, guys. It took me about 10 seconds. But my problem was I didn't know how to go and link all the goals. Does that make sense? I couldn't figure out how to link them because what it was doing, it was pulling in my title. And so my title would say, add your profile picture, or what do you think of the video, or what do you choose for an autoresponder? I had 200 of them. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. So now, by having this lesson ID here, let me go ahead and show you where it's going to appear, right? So if we come over here to the gamification, now what's going to happen is when you set up your goals, and remember, they're all imported in here for you, or actually, I'm sorry, it won't be here, but it'll be in the membership pages, okay? So we'll come over here to like this page, and I want to go ahead and pull in a goal block into that page there. So I'm going to go in my long description, and I'll click here, and I'll say insert block. I'm going to go ahead and do a goal block, okay? And then we'll go ahead and choose this one right here. And now, if I say create new goal block, this right here, guys, I want to make sure you understand this. Right now, you can see that it's showing all these titles. Well, when you have 200 of them, it gets kind of confusing. But if I know that I am on lesson 3891, then when I come in here to pull in my goal block, guess what's going to appear in that menu? Let me show you again. So if I say add goal block, when I do this for Reels, what's going to appear in this menu, it's going to say 3891. Okay, now I know I have the right goal. Or it could say 1-5. It's up to you how you choose to name them. All right, but what it's doing is it's allowing us to link your goals to your lessons. Does that make sense? And eventually down the road, what's going to happen is I'm going to go and have it to where when you're on this sheet right here, we can't do it yet, and I'm not going to break them apart from it, but let me see if I can find my sheet again. When you're on this sheet right here and you type in a lesson ID, what's going to happen is we're going to automatically place it in the page for you. Okay? Can you have more than 1 goal per lesson? Yes, you can. Yeah, you just bring in multiple goal blocks. You can do whatever it is you want to do. Okay, let me look at some of the questions here, and then we're going to go over to the drag and drop. Is this master CSV file somewhere we can download it? I saw bits of it in the wizard. So here's what I'm going to do. Hold on just a minute. So when you get this file, guys, the first thing you'll do is you'll say make a copy, okay? And actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to call this EverLesson worksheet, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and file, make a copy. I'm going to call this master EverLesson sheet. That way, in case somebody goofs up, okay? So that's what you do. You make a copy of it. You'll have it in your drive, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to Easy Links. And let me just go ahead and swap this out for you real quick. Hold on just a minute. Okay, I didn't think so. Okay, let me see if I can figure out where this link is that I did the other day for the master class. Let's see. EverLesson, hold on. EverLesson group. Let's see if I can find it. Search. That's not what it was called. Hold on a minute. Let me see. Is it Evergreen link? Is it my link? What was it? My link. So Facebook, whitelist. I really can't remember what this thing was called. But let me see if I can figure out where it's at. Let's try this group. Well, anyways, what I'll do is I'll swap out the link. I wish I knew what the name of it was, but I don't remember. Okay. And I'll see if it was set up in this Easy Links account or let me just type in class and see what comes up. Rebrand master class. How about Web 3? Search. Okay, event Web 3. Okay, here it is. So thanks, Naomi. So I'll come over here, I'll edit this link, and I'll just go ahead and put in this link right here for you guys. So what you can do is you can go to chadnicely.com. Let me make sure this is the right link. So EverLesson. So I'm going to share it. Create a shareable link. Okay. Copy link. And I'll put it right here. Okay. Wait a minute. That's not the right link, is it? EverLesson worksheet. It says copy link. Does it have share at the end of this? Let me see. Share. Okay, I guess so. Copy link. Paste there. I guess that's it. Okay. So you guys can go to chadnicely.com/web3 and you'll have this new sheet. Is that cool? Can you guys comment on the chat? Let me know that you got it. Let me know what you got it. chadnicely.com/web3. So a little off the subject, AppSumo, which is a very, very big marketplace, they came out with some kind of pixel software, some link tracking thing or whatever, and there was like 400 comments. And underneath those comments, all these people were like, you know what? I don't need to buy this software or whatever. I got Easy Links. You guys are not going to be able to compete with Easy Links. Like, it's so very easy. I've used everything and I love it. There's no way I'd ever get away from it. And we had like 60 sales for Easy Links this week and nobody's even trying to promote it, right? So pretty awesome stuff. It says you need permission. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me see. Try it now, Ted. Oh, wait. Hold on. Anyone? Okay, here we go. Public access. Let's see if that worked. I don't know if the link changed, but let's see. Copy. Let me just make sure. Web 3. Let me know if that worked, Ted, if you're the one doing it. Edit link. Destination link. Okay, let's see if that worked. Save. Okay, cool. It worked. Oh, sweet. All right. Just remember, you know, come back in and check out that link every now and then, guys, because you know we're always updating things and we're always changing things. So, is there any questions on what we did on that sheet? Any questions at all? So, just to recap, guys, the purpose of that sheet. Number 1, you get to import in your lessons. Number 2, you get to import in your categories. And number 3, now you can import in your gamification. Now, let me show you something. We'll get into what Ada was asking about here in just a minute, and I'll see if I can replicate the problems that she's having. But let me just go ahead and say this, okay? If I come over here to something that has categories, so I'll come over here to the demo, because the demo was created a long, long time ago, and it has categories. So if I want to move this category up here, it just disappeared. So let me see. And see, this is an old one. Okay, wait, it's down here. Hold on. So I put it up here. Where'd it go? This is the one. Is it in here? See, and maybe, and this is where I couldn't get this error to replicate on the new site that I created. So let me see where and why. Okay, interviews, special. Okay, so I couldn't drag that one up there, but now let me click on this category here. And now I got a new category. And so if I want to build off that category, obviously I can come over here and I can create lessons off that category. Okay, so now I got lessons off that category. And if I want to move this up here, yeah, I think let me make sure, where did that one go? Okay, it's right here. So this is interesting to me because if I do this on a new course, Ada, it's not doing this. It doesn't just eat up that category. So let me come in here. We'll play with this for a minute. So if I come into, actually I'll just create a brand new membership, create membership. So we'll do test cat. Test cat. Okay, so come over here, click proceed. Okay, fine. Test cat. All right, proceed. Okay, so I'll come right over here, and so now we'll go ahead and do one category, two category, three categories. Okay, so we have cat 1, then we have cat 2, and then we have cat 3. Okay, and this is what I was testing with Heather this morning because we were in a fairly new membership. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and create a lesson off this one. All right. Now, and this could totally backfire on me, if I want to put this one up above there, you can see I'm able to do it. And this is where we were confused because we're like, well, it's not as smooth as it could be, but you can see how easily I'm able to like move stuff around. So maybe there is some kind of hard code that I didn't know about, but I can tell you that portal was created about the time with MemberHub. So maybe that's the reason why. Because your new membership doesn't have all those bells and whistles. Which bells and whistles? Oh, how big the membership is? No, I don't think so. I think it was the timing of the code. I think we've gone and since fixed a lot of the issues that were there, but I don't think, just let me talk to them and let's see what's going on, and I'll see what I can do to get that fixed. But, let me see, category 2 is in there. That should not happen. So category 3, 2, 1. Okay. So clearly we can move stuff around inside the new membership and everything. I need to find out what's happening to like the MemberHub sites from way long ago. I'll get with them tonight and do that. What I want to point out to you guys is if I do come over here and if I add a new category, okay, so I just added a new category, and so I'll come over here and I'll just say this is a new one, okay? Now go ahead and save that. Now let's go ahead and drag it to the top, okay? Now, you can come over here and you can build off this category by clicking the lessons, but nobody knows this is here. We can also come over here and we can click this button and we can import in our lessons right into that category as well. Does that make sense? Yes. Good. Okay. Yeah, Naomi, you're asking me about code changes. I don't know. How would I possibly know? We have code changes every single day, right? I don't know. All I can do is get on there and show them where that one membership was doing that, and maybe it's something very, very simple. I don't know. But we'll see what we can do so we can get you guys' sites fixed. I have no issue with that at all. Okay? But for the future, I really want you guys to start using sheets. Like, I don't want you to come over here and have to click this 20 times to bring in 20 new lessons. I'd rather have you bring in those lessons off the sheets, right? And eventually we'll have it to where you know, the sheets are automatically created for you from a piece of code, but from a like a desktop software or something, but we don't have that yet. Okay? So cool, good find. I'm honestly not liking this, but I don't want to break away from what we're doing with the webinar stuff and everything else. This, to me, even though it's not as seamless as it could have been, it will do the job. The new format will do the job, but the old format where it's like eating up your categories and everything, we definitely need to get that fixed. Okay, all right, so now if you guys have, okay, wait, will those sheets also enable some of those video tags, photos, etc.? No, that'll be another import altogether, Ada. So over here, you see that we do have, under settings, there is a video library. I haven't spent a lot of time on this, where you can come over here and you can add your new videos and you can put in your tags and everything else. I will have it where you guys will import in the sheet to the video library. That's going to be next. So yeah, importing is going to be a very, very big part of what we're doing here. Now you're saying, will the sheets have the ability to import long description text? No, I don't ever see that being able to happen. Because of everything that you can do in a long description. You can do goal blocks, you can do action blocks, you can do images, you can do videos. And even when you bring in the text, like there's so much formatting that you would do. I don't see where we would ever do that with the long description. Is it possible to have the video library workable between different membership sites? Yeah, it wasn't really created that way. I mean, it was created so, you know, your one membership has its own video library, and then all your courses would use that video library. I mean, it wasn't, if you think about what we're doing with agency and everything else, it would be a mess if you could share across memberships like that. So just kind of remember the structure of EverLesson. We have a membership, and then we have, you know, 100 courses inside of there that could share that video library. But yes, we do a CSV file, you can see where it would come in. So, you know, you would choose a number, you would say, okay, it's number 6, and then which stands for Amazon S3, you put in your title, you put in your tags, your MP4 videos, your splash URL, and then, yeah, you would go ahead and import it in, and that won't be hard to do, but that's kind of the direction that we're going with EverLesson. We just want you guys importing in sites and importing in your resources and everything else. Okay? Awesome. All right, so cool. Glad we clarified some of those things. If you guys have questions, now is the time to ask the questions. Okay? So let me just start at the top here, and I want to make sure. Actually, you know what, Sharita, do you have your mic? Because you know what, Sharita is saying something I really like. Let me see if I can get Sharita on the call here, because I like her comment a lot, because I know it's the key to you guys succeeding. So let me see. Miss Sharita, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
What's happening, lady?
Actually sitting here working on my outline as you talk.
Outstanding. You like the changes on the new CSV?
I absolutely love it. You know, I'll tell you, when we were in Vegas and you had us do the test, it was literally almost too easy. So now that you've made these additional changes to the form, it's just gotten even easier because it's less stuff that I have to move from one list to another.
Cool. So, well, you gave me a comment that I really, really liked. You know what that was?
What's that?
Well, I started all the way at the top of the comments just now. What would you say from the beginning?
Oh, gosh.
You told me something was working.
Oh, lead gen monopoly.
Tell me about that.
It's freaking awesome. So literally what I've done is it's really been since I've been back from Vegas that I've finally sat down and really put some effort into it. And it's just, you're sharing content anyway, but when you start sharing into the groups, and then what I make a point to do is just to interact with people if they comment on any of my content. And I keep it very broad, very generic, nothing related to sales. And then, you know, after you interact with a person a time or two and sending them, you know, friend requests, I'm starting to see my friend requests bump up, which means my live videos are getting more views and all of that good jazz. So
here's the thing. So you have your webinar that you're putting together and you're selling for $9.97, right?
Correct.
Do you understand, like, look, people look at this and they're like, okay, so he wants me to go post in a group and I'm only going to get like 2 or 3 friends a day out of this, or maybe 10 or 12 if I have a good day or whatever. Like, it's just not worth it. Like, that's not enough people. Do you understand that? Are you starting to realize that you don't have to have a lot of people to be extremely profitable?
Not at all. And the cool part about it is what I'm finding is by doing regular posting, or posting, like you said, good content within these groups, it almost places me kind of in an authority figure. So they come and ask questions. So, you know, with me getting ready to release my course, I think that's going to be perfect targeted traffic, and it was free.
Yeah, so when they land on your profile, obviously you don't have it done yet, but you're going to have a call to action where they can join your webinar, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yep, that's it. Like, it will work. We're using it here for the chiropractor. Well, in Casper, I'm in Vegas right now, but we use it for the chiropractor. I've used it for Kendall. I've used it for the church. Like, I've used it in online marketing and myself. You can go look at all the profiles I have. Like, it works like crazy. And how many minutes a day do you spend?
I've honestly only spent about 5 to 10 minutes, and today I spent a little bit longer just because I was taking a break from my outline. But it's so simple, and the amount of groups, you know, like, there's just no crossover, there's no competition, as far as I'm concerned.
So here's what's cool. This is something new. Since you are in, matter of fact, let me bring it over here. Since you are in these groups, let me see if I can find it. So here's what's going to happen, Sharita. I know you think I'm crazy, but just hear me out. If you keep doing that, like you were the one that just made the comment that you become an authority figure, do you know what's going to happen? They're going to invite you to start speaking on webinars. They're going to invite you to speak on stage. And then here's where Facebook just changed the whole entire game. Do you see these 3 circles right here?
I do.
What we're able to do is we are now able to link groups together.
Oh, wow.
Are you guys starting to see the joint venture opportunity there when you provide value in groups?
That's huge.
It's huge. It's huge. And that's why it's important that you have a webinar all ready to go. You have your sign up, and now you're able to go out there and really form awesome joint ventures.
That is so awesome. All right, I will be definitely looking into that ASAP.
The power of the groups. So yes, be providing a lot of value in there, and take those people, when they become your friends, find a way to get them in the group. It's up to you if you just want to add them or if you want to ask them. Like, I would always ask them, but if whatever you choose to do, start building up that group.
That's awesome. You know, somebody mentioned earlier, I feel like this is also a great way to get testimonies for, you know, those sales pages and for your case studies for your webinar, etc.
Yeah, absolutely. See, here's the thing. Once you look, you're in there providing value to a group. You're requesting to be friends with them. Okay, now you get them in your group. Look, you don't have to say, I'm running a webinar today, or I'm going to teach you how to do this, right? You simply say something like, hey, how many people in this group would like to learn how to do X, Y, Z? Or if I could show you how to reset your mind in 5 minutes or less, how many people would be interested in that? And you know what? When everybody in that group, and you saw us do this, when they say, yes, hey, I'm interested, whatever, you still don't post a link. You message them privately, and you say, hey, great, I'm going to be doing a webinar in 2 days. Here's the link.
It's too easy.
It is too easy. It is too easy. And you can do all this without paid traffic.
And I think that's the thing that really got me going on it, because knowing that I committed to such an early date for my course, I was like, well, let me make sure that I'm getting targeted traffic. It's one thing to have 1 million friends, but I want targeted traffic. And it's free.
Sweet. You're a rock star, lady. Keep getting it.
Thanks for the education.
You're welcome. Appreciate you being here. All right. Good deal, guys. Yes, lead gen monopoly works like crazy. Okay, so let me see. Chad, will you show how to add audio files inside EverLesson membership pages? Not something I've done myself, but I know from inside the long description, if I come back over here, and we are going to have it to where we're going to do something different with that, but let me just go ahead and add a video module on this category here real quick. So we'll see if I did that. Did I do that? Add video on the page. Okay, there it is. So if I come in here to the long description, what I can do is I can click on this button here, and I can go ahead and add my audio type, right? So I haven't done that at all, but I can go ahead and pull in the ID, the source audio, and we can go ahead and pull that into the long description. So depending on what you have on the long description page is where it'll be. Okay? So Samantha Hill asked that. Let me get more detail with it. Like I said, I don't use audio, so I haven't done it. I cannot find the sign-in URLs to send via email to the students. I have already located a sign-up, but not the prior one. Okay, wait. I cannot find the sign-in URLs to send via email to the students. Okay, look. So there's a couple ways we can do this. Okay, so if I come back over here to a product that has a package, everything is based on the package. The package is the access point. So let me come in here and let me go ahead and show you. If I click on Create Packages, so I'm inside this membership. I'm going to go ahead and create packages. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and choose my product. So I got Amazon Mastermind. Okay, so here's all my packages for it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click on these little, I don't know what you call them, these little brackets. Okay, so now I could go ahead and send them this link. So if I'm giving it away for free, obviously if I was selling it, I'd send them to a sales page. So I can send them this link right here. Okay, or let me open it up outside of EverLesson real quick, or outside of this browser. Let me try that again. Not now. Okay, so I can send them this link. Is that the right link? Hold on. Never had that happen. EverLesson, let's see, copy. Is that the right one? Okay, I don't know what I typed in, but here's a sign-up link where we can get them into a paid course for free. We can get them into a free course for free, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is, if I come over here, this is a lead capture page that's automatically created for me. So we're using your branding, your imagery, the name of your product, and then you can come over here and you can edit this lead capture page. And so anybody that comes through this, matter of fact, I don't know what this is going to look like, but let's go ahead and see, right? So this lead capture page, I haven't even done anything to it. It was automatically created for me. So anybody comes in here and requests free access, they're going to be put in my autoresponder. They're also going to be put into, they'll receive access details, okay? So that's the second thing. Then we've given you the HTML form code, so if you're using lead pages or InstaBuilder or Profit Builder or ClickFunnels, whatever, you can do that. Or we've given you the box shot code where you can place your box shots on WordPress, HTML pages, whatever you want to do. Or if you want to use an API call out for advanced users, you can go ahead and do that as well. Okay? Does that answer your question, Miguel? And by the way, if you come over here and you click on this little email message, this is what they will get once they sign up for your course. That's how you'll customize your email message, but I think it's better being done from the wizard these days. Okay, cool. Let's see. Thanks for the answer and the opportunity to speak. I'm going to put in a support ticket for my drag problem. See if you guys are free. Okay. Let's see. I'm receiving oops errors. I don't know exactly what that is. You can show me a link. Question on the CSV. You can upload a CSV. Is it not possible to export a membership? Not yet. No excuses for not using gamification. Is this master somewhere? Yes, I just gave it to you. Hi, I'm just jumping in. Did you already answer the question about adding a new category and dragging it? Yes, we did. Okay. Hi, Chad. I'm playing with linking goals to the survey to collect the info and redirect back to the lesson URL so they can continue where they left off, but it's kind of wonky. Any advice? I don't know why it would be. I'm playing with linking goals to go to a survey to collect the info and then direct back to the lesson URL so they continue where they left off. Yeah, we're not set up for that yet, Khalif. We're not set up for that yet. We're going to have it to where you can pull in survey, but we're just not there yet. So yes, it probably is kind of wonky. And the reason why is because you're trying to bring them back in where they left off. We're not set up to do that. Easy Links, can I purchase Easy Links? Yes, you can. You can go to easylinks.io. Okay. Let's see what else. Do you think it may also have something to do with how big? Okay, I answered that question. Maybe it was May or June. I built it in summer. Yeah, I don't know for sure, Naomi. On a client account, do they have webinar pages set up automatically with the wizard? They will, yes. Simple question here. Historically, I've increased sales allowing customers to pay using PayPal and or Stripe. Currently, it looks like it's one or the other. Is there a way I can give my customers a choice? Much thanks in advance. You can, but you have to create two separate packages, Mike. We don't have it to where you could have multiple payment options. I know we discussed that at one point. We never got there. Will the sheet? Okay, I like this import stuff. I do too. If we add a new lesson to a course, do we have to create an entire new sheet? No, you don't. Question, is it possible to have the video library workable between, okay, we covered that. Chad, will you show how to add audio files? Okay, we did that. Please, I want to set up with upsell and downsell. Is EverLesson enough, or do I have to buy InstaBuilder? I just took a training where I was recommended to work with InstaBuilder. Okay, so upsell and downsell. So ThriveCart will handle that, but yeah, we're not a full-blown page builder where you would set up to build pages for some other products outside of EverLesson, right? So look, if you create the product, if your upsell is inside of EverLesson, then you're going to have a sales page for that. Or, yeah, you'll have a sales page for that that has the access on there. And with ThriveCart, you can use those pages to do your upsell. You can also do it with JVZoo. You can't do it with PayPal. I don't know. I don't think you can do it with Stripe. But to answer your questions, we are not set up just yet to handle upsells, but we're going that direction. Okay. Opt-in pages are a lifesaver. They save me so much time. Good. Throwing your membership sign-up URL link into EasyLinks so it's easy to remember too. Yes, EasyLinks is very powerful, guys. How can I embed an iframe on one of my web pages inside of EverLesson membership? I have existing audio and video playlists already set up and formatted that I would like to use. Okay, wait. How can I embed an iframe of one of my web pages inside of EverLesson membership? So I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I've done the iframe, but let me just see. I know how to do it with an external link. I can't remember if you can do it here. I don't think you can, but let me just make sure. So if I go inside the page, we can do source. No, we can do source. I thought there was a way to iframe in material, but I don't quite remember honestly. source code, we can do that. Add resources, insert blocks. I don't think you can do it that way. I think all we're able to do right now is under settings and external pages. From here, we're able to iframe in content. So they would click a link at the top, and then we can iframe in a page there. I don't think we have it to where you can import it into the lesson. But it's very interesting. We could probably make that happen. Need your opinion when you do use Zapier between EverLesson and Survey. When do you use Zapier between EverLesson and Survey? Probably never, Sharita. Probably never. Because if you think about it, the entry point for Survey is either taking a survey or an application, filling out an application. With EverLesson, like it doesn't make sense. I can see where, let me think. Yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see a zap between them. Because even if you have them take a survey, well, after they're done with the survey, they can sign up for EverLesson, right? So they're in now EverLesson. So I don't see where there's a need for that. I can see where you would drop a survey inside your EverLesson sites. I can see where inside a survey you would redirect to EverLesson. I just don't see a zap. The only time I would see a zap is, you know, when you want to take like an appointment or a lead, or even with EverLesson, once we get Zapier set up, where you want to zap it into like a CRM or a sales pipeline like we're doing. Do we know when the webinar portal will be available for us to use? It's getting pretty close, Naomi. It's getting really, really close. They're now working on the auto webinar, and it's kind of up to me. And if I could be honest with you, I'm kind of under the weather here. I've been under the weather for like 2 days. I'm getting kind of sick. But I need to go and I need to make some changes. So I'll just go ahead and show you really quick some of the things that I need to do. You can see the auto webinars coming in now. We're going to have 2 webinar funnels. So you're going to have a live webinar funnel, and then you're also going to have what we call an encore webinar funnel as well. So I need to change, you can see that we've been working on this. I need to change this part right here for the setup. I need some more information from you, and I want to know what you're going to be giving away for free on your webinar. I'm also going to have an on-off switch for if you're going to use a survey. Survey works very, very well for the beginning of your webinar as well as the end, and so you would go ahead and pull in your survey link, and what that's going to do is that's going to allow me to be a little bit more creative with your emails. So now we're able to, let me just go ahead and show you a little email. She didn't have it linked right, but I can go ahead and show you really quick the information that we were able to receive with a short little webinar we did with Jimena yesterday. There wasn't a lot of people on there, but you can just kind of see what the response was, so you guys kind of get an idea where we're going with this. So actually, I don't have her account. So let me go ahead and show you this here, this feedback here. I had 80 people respond to this, and you can kind of see they kind of told me what I can do different with the webinar, but I can also put them in a survey before the webinar too and ask them, you know, what they're excited about learning or whatever else. So you guys would create the webinar yourself, and then you would just give me the link, and you would basically click an on-off switch, and then that's going to allow me to write the email differently for you, where we're able to use a survey to get them really excited about your webinar. Does that make sense? Is there going to be a full integration with ThriveCart? Hugh is asking me that. So what's funny about that is I'm reaching out to Josh Bartlett right now. Right? I'm talking to the man right now, and I'm going to get on a call with him, and I'm going to find out what we need to do to go full-blown with ThriveCart, because I'm really liking ThriveCart. I'm really liking the bump codes I'm liking, the upsells I'm really liking them, and so they're going to be our platform of choice. Okay, so it's coming, Hugh. All right. Okay. Are we able to use LiveLeap FB Live video as a new lesson in the EverLesson course? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So LiveLeap, and I've shot a video showing you how to do this. So if you guys come over here to video tutorials, and when I get home, you guys know that I've shot all the videos for the wizard. It's just EverLesson changes so much, guys. Like I find myself consistently having to shoot videos over and over and over and over and over because of how much we're taking care of it. But let me see if I can get this open. If we come over to, let's see. Oh, I'm in Spanish right now. Hold on. Let me get off the Spanish videos. My profile. So let me go ahead and convert this over to English. Okay. And I'll go ahead and update. Let me see. Hold on a minute. Update. Okay, let's see if I'm in English now. Video tutorials. Okay. No, I'm still in Spanish. I don't know why I'm in Spanish, but there is a LiveLeap right here. See here? Broadcasting live from Facebook and EverLesson and LiveLeap integration. That's how you'll set up LiveLeap. What I am going to do here, guys, is I'm going to turn off that feature by default. So I don't like having this bar here like this. So this green bar, look for this to go away. I don't have it in this one. Let me find one where I have it real quick. So if I come down to like this right here, this bar right here is going to go away. It's going to be something that you're going to activate in the settings. Okay, so it won't be there. You'll have to turn it on, and then that way it's not confusing or anything else. Okay. Let's see. Don't hold out on me, Chad. Bring on the webinar pages. Yeah, they're coming. Very excited about the webinar survey integrations. Yes. All my stuff is set up on ThriveCart. Yes, yes. Josh and I are pretty good friends. We'll get it done. Awesome. Okay. Any other questions, guys? I'm going to tell you right now, without getting into a lot of detail, one of the number one affiliate platforms, without getting into a lot of detail, has officially became. They're going to use EverLesson there. That's their main platform now. Okay. In addition to that, I wanted to show you this right here. We have 3 new contracts underway. So we are going to have an official EverLesson Germany. So we have a team that's going to take over that, and they're going to blow up EverLesson in Germany. We have a team that's going to take over EverLesson in Africa. And we have a team that's going to take over EverLesson in Brazil as well. And it all came up in like this whole entire week. Like everybody out of the blue was like, man, we love everything that you're doing. We know that there's a massive marketplace here. Are you willing to work with us? And we're like, yeah, we're willing to work with you. We like everything. So some of the top marketers in Germany are going to be pushing EverLesson out there. Okay? So yes, you guys are definitely teamed up with the right platform. It just goes to show you when you put your heart and soul into it, you show your members you have their best interests at heart, things happen. I've also got some more news for you. This is not here just yet. I mean, it is live, but it's not to the point where I'm going to give you a link. I hope to have some links by tomorrow. Yeah, Elk is saying run EverLesson by Julius. Julius is actually the one that we talked to on it that put us in touch with the big marketers. But how many people by show of hands? Matter of fact, let me ask this in the group. Let me ask this in the group here real quick, guys. All right, I want everybody to respond. How many people are ready to go out there and promote live, or let's see, we'll say free trials of EverLesson? Go ahead and type in the chat here, guys. Let me know so the whole entire group sees this. this is live, okay? This page is live. You can go to EverLesson.com. You can see it right now. Don't tear me apart yet, guys, because I'm not feeling well. I don't have everything perfect yet. But you can see that we're doing this, and we have this beautiful little video here. We got this SAS video that explains what EverLesson does. We're taking a very, very simple approach. Once they get in, pass their trial, then we have all these additional add-ons that you guys are going to be able to profit from, okay? So you'll see that our very, very basic SAS page is all set up, and we're going to have you guys links so that you're able to bring people in. Now, my plan is, here's my plan. It's an amazing plan, is as we get these free trials, we're going to go ahead and fire off a zap. We're going to schedule a phone appointment. We're going to get on there. We're going to welcome them. We're going to welcome them to the community with that zap. So every single free trial that comes in, guys, we're going to do a nice warm welcome inside the group, because remember, this is your money, and we want this converting for you guys. So we want to have a very nice warm welcome to the group, okay? So that's the plan. We're planning on taking this to a whole new level now, okay? Let me see. What would be the benefit of us selling the dollar trial versus us selling under our agency license? Linda, sell your agency license, darling. Get for whatever, however much you can. If you can go out there and sell EverLesson for 20 grand, go do that. Go do that, right? However, we're just set up for all the members that don't have agency. Obviously, we're going to the public market, and we're going to have a free trial, and we want to do that. Okay, so everybody, let me see if you guys commented here in the group. Let me see if we can find it here. Okay, good. Oh, wow, it's just scrolling. Good. Yes, so we're working on the trials right now, guys. Not only that, I had a call with my sister this morning. Let me see if she's still on the chat real quick. I don't know if she is, but let me see. Okay, cool. I'll bring her on in a minute. We're going to do the same thing with survey, and we're going to do the same exact thing with EasyLinks. So we're going to have free trials that rolls over to monthly reoccurring, and then they're going to have the abilities to come in here and go add-ons. Now, how many people are starting to see the whole entire picture with what we've done with this community and this group? How many people are starting to say, okay, you know what? Now I see where he's going. Now I see why we have the community. Now I see why we have the dollar trials. Now I see why we have this amazing kick-ass platform. Now I see why we have course immersion. Now I see why we have a big high-ticket live event. How many people are starting to see, you're starting to connect the dots, and you're starting to understand that, holy crap, I'm in a position to make a lot of money just by bringing people in for free and introducing them to this group. Are you guys starting to see everything that we've been working for the last 2 years? Like, it's taken some time to get to this point, but are you guys starting to see it? So when you invite people to the group, guys, make sure you put them into the free trial first, right? So they're going to have a free trial. I think it's 14 days, 30 days, whatever. I'm going to do my best to get them into some kind of challenge. I'm going to do my best to show them how easily they can use EverLesson. That's why we have the sheets and everything. And we're still working on the inside of this. We're still working on the tutorial videos. We're still like just all over the place with this, right? But I'm also going to see if I can set it up to where when you bring somebody in the group, okay, it's going to be kind of tricky, but we're trying to do it. When you bring somebody in the group and they decide to go join survey or the EasyLinks group, and if they turn around and buy that software as well, guys, what do you think I'm going to try to do for you? Type in the chat here. Let me know. What do you think I'm going to try to do with those 3 softwares? Because those 3 softwares are kind of like my flagship platforms. They work so very well together. What do you think is going to happen when they buy EverLesson and then they turn around and they join EasyLinks and they decide to go buy that? Yes, I'm going to give you guys a commission. I'm going to do my best to cookie that lead so that you guys are able to make commissions on this, because I want you out there hustling. So let's look at it another way. Let's say that somebody goes and joins EasyLinks and they get in the trial and they decide, you know what, I got all my links there, now I got to keep it. And then they turn around, they become familiar with EverLesson, and they go and they buy EverLesson. Well, guess what, guys? I'm going to make sure that you guys get a commission for that. But now let's make sure that when they go and they sign up for our big 15K event, that we also give you guys a nice, healthy commission on that as well. Do you guys see how we're putting you in a position where you can make a lot of money with these 3 platforms? You guys get it? Good. Good, 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 good. Awesome. All right, so if there's no other calls, let me just put my sister on the call really quick, see if she has anything to add. See if I can get her a mic. I don't know if I can. Let me see if she's there. Are you there, Heather? Let me see if she's there. Let's see, what I have set up for lifetime cookies via ThriveCart, all my pages, lead magnets are all cookie to track for affiliate commissions. Good, Samantha, so you're doing that with ThriveCart. That's the direction that we're going to be going. Good, 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 good. Okay, so I see my sister on the call, but I don't think she has a mic. So let me just ask this question for you guys really quick. Did you guys get a lot of value on the Q&A today? And we're going to go through and we're going to run this as a encore later on this evening, probably 7 or 8 o'clock my time. And once you guys get a group together, go hire Bob to go and run those encores for you. Like, it works very, very well. So we're able to run this Q&A as a live feed, and that's when we get the best response. Okay? So good. I'm glad everybody got a lot of value. I'm glad you guys got the sheet. Please go out there, keep working on this, guys. Keep building your community. Keep building your courses. Come join us at our events. We're going to be doing a, if anybody is interested, if you have, I made this announcement. Here's the thing. Let me just be honest with you guys. I made this announcement about 6 months ago, and I asked if there's anybody that would be interested in running a live event, okay? And the reason why I backed off was because I was concerned about delivery. I didn't think I could take the current EverLesson platform and actually deliver how I wanted to. So I kind of backed off from that, and just this past few weeks, we did that live event. The one that I've had in my mind, the delivery I've had in my mind, we did that live event, and it went so very well. Like, the response, the feedback. If I come over here and if I show you the group, they're working on their branding, everything. If you ask anybody that was at that event, everybody loves it, and they say that it was definitely one of the best events they've ever attended. I know Christina said she spent $50,000 on a college education and received more on this event than anything else. So you can see Naomi's working on her new logo, which I do like it, Naomi. I like it a lot. You can come over here. You can see that Vicky is over here putting together her branding for her course. So it's called Dream Warriors. Let's see what else. Let's see. Here's Celia's, right? Hers is Career Success Strategies. I saw a couple of them in here. Here's Peter's, right? So the sales conversion factor, right? So they started doing all of this, like Vicky's saying right now, is life changing. They started doing all this at the event. Okay, so here's our next step. And I got on a call with my sister today, and we lined this out. All right? What we're going to do is we're going to do a one-day preview event in Arizona. If anybody wants to go, let me know. Matter of fact, I'll make a post in the group. It's going to be a free event. It's going to be one day, so you can come. Obviously, since you guys are like EverLesson members, you can come hang out with me and my sister. If Jimena's there, I'm sure she will be. You guys can come hang out with us, have dinner. We'll have a good time. But it's going to be a one-day live event where we're just going to introduce the concept of using the internet to build courses, right? Online education, turning your passions into profits. And then we're going to go ahead and give them the opportunity to join that 5-day event that we just did last week. Is everybody, are you all on track? Does that make sense to you guys? So I feel really good about this event now that I know I can deliver, and now that I know, what I can do different. So now I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do this preview event, and I think I haven't worked out the details yet. If you have a personality and you're willing to stand in front of a room and you're willing to introduce them and you're willing to educate them, then I can definitely see where you could go out there and you could do these events as well, and you could probably go on and make 6 figures a month if you wanted to. Does that make sense? So I'm going to make a post. Let me make one more post in this group, and let me just ask who would be interested in attending that free preview event. It's going to be in Arizona. I'm not going to do it in Vegas this time, but let me just see if I can make that post. Who would like to attend our free preview event in, I think it's Scottsdale. It's either Phoenix or something like that, right? Phoenix. So it'll just be a one-day event, okay? So let me know here in the chat. And we're looking towards the beginning of November. Like, we're going to roll on this really quick. She's nailing a location right now. And then we're going to start running Facebook ads, and we're going to start filling it up. So I think it's going to be like Phoenix. So you guys, you're not going to get a lot of value out of this. You're not going to learn anything. It's going to be very, very generic, and it's going to be targeted towards people that have no idea that you can even go and create a course, teach people, you know, what your passions are, and make money. Does that make sense? So it's basically just you're going to go to be inspired to see how we do this and see if this is something you want to do. And it's something I tried to do 6 months ago, but like I said, guys, I was not comfortable with delivery, and after our last event, I'm so very comfortable with delivery now. I feel really good about it, okay? So there you go. Comment on the chat here, guys, if that's something you're interested in doing. And yeah, there we go. Let me just make sure Heather did not come on the call, because I really want her to talk if she's here.
Chad, I actually am here, but I didn't want to interrupt your flow. But can you post that in the regular group, because that ended up going in the founders group?
Oh, damn.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah. So look, they're all wanting to go.
That's
all
cool.
right.
I can see all my peeps in Phoenix.
So do you have anything to add before we?
I don't. Just a reminder for our agency holders, guys. If you're not an agency holder, definitely jump on that bandwagon. We're having training tomorrow. Our mastermind is meeting at 10 Pacific time. So looking forward to doing that, because we had to skip our last one as we were in Vegas working on that event. So it's been almost a month since we've been together. But for the agency holders, that's just a reminder. Other than that, man, just keep rocking. If you guys have reached out for a strategy call or anything like that, myself or someone on the team will be touching base with you here and seeing what we need to do to get you going and keep you rocking. So.
Yeah, and somebody asked what we're using for our sales pipeline. What was it called again?
Pipe Drive.
Pipe Drive. So we're using this right here, guys, but I'm going to be honest with you. If this is the one that we choose, Survey, we're going to put this on the back end of Survey. Not this exactly, but there's going to be an entire sales pipeline that is going to be in the back of Survey. Okay? So just know that, yes, we're using this for our own business. You know, my sister's selling into the immersion trainings. She's selling into our live events. She's selling into our dollar trials. So yeah, we're actually using Survey for what it was intended for, but we're also exploring this to see if this is the one that we're going to use as inspiration for the back end of Survey. Cool? All right, so let's see if we got some comments coming in. Good. Good, good. So look, I'll cut a deal with you, right? I'll cut a deal with you. If you all show up at this one-day event, I'll take you out to dinner, all right? But you got to do something for me. Can you guys agree? This is what I want you to do. Like, I want you to agree first before I even give you the deal. You got to agree first. That usually works. Nobody's agreeing. All right, here's the deal. All right? I'll take you all out to dinner and everything, but what I need you to do is I need you to pump up this event. I need you to pump up this event for me, right? Because we're gonna have video footage there and everything, right? We're gonna have our videographer there, and so you know, there's gonna be people that are skeptical. They don't know me. They don't know online marketing. They're gonna call bullshit. Like, we know those people are gonna be in the room. So if you guys will just excite it and create that synergy and everything else, I don't want them to know that our members are there, that our customers are there, but if you guys will do that, that would be awesome. Is that a fair deal? Type in the chat here, guys. Let me know if that's a fair deal. Sharita's all aboard. Mike says yes. Come on, let me know, guys. Is that a fair deal? Naomi says yes. I know Naomi will bring it. Cleek says yes. Tom says yes. Cool. All right.
Hey,
There we go.
A couple of people are asking for the date. Subject to change because I'm working on booking the venue, but it looks like we're looking at November 4th, guys. So put it on your calendar. Do not plan anything on that day unless your plan says Phoenix.
Okay. There you go. November 4th. All right. Game on November 4th. Hopefully I don't have the kids that weekend.
Oh, I said subject to change. In all fairness.
Okay. Cool.
We'll check that out.
Yeah, and it'll be an all-day event. It'll probably be like 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. or something like that. Shrita says Southwest has a sale right now. Yeah, you should be able to fly into Phoenix. Is it Phoenix, Heather?
Yeah, Sky Harbor Airport.
Sky Harbor Airport. You should be able to fly in there very, very easy. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, Phoenix is a cheap place to fly into. Yeah, Phoenix, Vegas, all that stuff. But my sister's very familiar with the area, so she'll be able to set up this event without a problem. Cool. All right, guys, if there's nothing else, thank you so much for being on the call. Look for the encore if you came in late tonight. We'll run that this evening. And, yeah, let's get this event lined out. Let's get your sheets rolling. Let's get going with these free trials, guys. I'm excited. I feel like we're finally... After 2 years, man, we've been here every single day just sticking to this over and over and over, just believing in this cause, and I feel like it's all starting to come together. A lot of that is thanks to you guys, all right? So you guys take care, go out there and crush it, and we'll talk to you again next week. Take care.